Yo, what is up? My name is Dylan, and today I'm going to be showing you how I flipped Till I Collapse by Eminem into a trap beat. To start off, I recorded the main guitar part from Till I Collapse. I'll link the video where I learned how to play it in the description below. I put on a really basic EQ that looks like this, and then I used a amp from Logic called the Dub Mission. I'm not too sure if I changed any of these, but I did turn off reverb and effects. And then I added Valhalla Supermassive with the preset Triangulum Hall. This is what it sounds like. Now, it's not perfectly on time and stuff because I'm not that good at guitar yet, but I just brought in the Till I Collapse audio file and I was just playing over the top of the start. This video is pretty much just to give inspiration, so sorry if it's not the greatest. And if you can do it better, then you do it. One thing I regret looking back on it a few days later is not adding the last few notes. And I knew if I wanted to add them in, I'd have to re-record everything because I wouldn't know the exact gain I had on it and like what volume and stuff. And then I added a pad. In order to make the chords, I went to the guitar part and I got the first note of each bar and put them into chords. So in this case, I got C sharp, G sharp, and C sharp again, and then E. And because the notes that I played in the guitar part all fit into the F sharp minor scale, I built the chords based off that scale, which makes the chords C sharp minor, G sharp diminished, C sharp minor again, and then E major. And I also inverted the notes. And then I copied down the bass notes and extended them for a bit longer. I then added a simple EQ. And then I added a compressor and I changed it to this. This is the ratio, attack, release. The distortion is on hard. And I also added the same reverb. This is what it sounds like. And then I added a violin with just really simple notes. The notes are G sharp, A, G sharp again, and E. Turns out it's actually not a violin, it's this thing, but it's from a BBC orchestra. I also added a very simple EQ. I try not to change the sounds a whole lot. And I also added the same reverb. And I also have it down an octave and then up an octave for arrangement. This is what it sounds like. For the next sound, I added a vocal from Splice. I have the polyphony to mono and I have it following the tempo. I then added an EQ to the vocal, getting rid of low end and some of the high frequencies. And I also added the same reverb. And this is what the vocal sounds like. It's not chopped or anything, I just have a small section of it. I then bounced the vocal in place. This is what it sounds like all together. I then bounced the sample out and pitched it up by a semitone. I then added drums. This is what the snare, clap, and hi-hats sound like. And then I added a perk that hits at the end of each 4 bars. This is my kick pattern. For the kick, I got rid of some low end. And then I boosted up this frequency to make it hit harder. And then I added a compressor with the Type R kick drum preset. I changed the distortion to soft. And I turned down the output gain to make it sit in the mix better. And then I used the multi-sampler to implement my 808. The first thing I did was tune my 808. In order to tune it, open up the tuner from Logic, press the root note of your sample, and turn these dials to make sure you're on the right note. For example, if you put your 808 on a C note and then you press the C note and it looks like this on your tuner, you should adjust it. There was some clicking in my 808 sample, so I went to zone and I added a little fade out. For the EQ, I got rid of a lot of high end, and then I took a tiny bit of the low end out, and I turned this frequency all the way down to make it not clash with the kick. For the compressor, I added the platinum bass preset, and I turned the output gain down a lot because it amplifies the sample by a lot. And I also added overdrive with the tone at 20,000 Hz, the drive at 6 dB, and I left the output as always. And I also sidechained the 808 to the kick. To see how to do that, I'll have a link in the description below. The 808 follows the root notes of the chords. This is what the kick and 808 sound like together. And then I added this crash. To make a drop, I start with the guitar part and the string line in a lower octave. And then I added a fade and then double clicked on the fade and changed it to slow down. This is what it sounds like all together.